And 6:17 here on Breakfast Television. Time now to say good morning to Kris McCusker, who's in for Mike Epple for the latest in business news. Good morning, Kris.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Nice to see you. We haven't seen you in quite some time, so Happy New Year.
Yeah, I guess Mr. Epple is taking a Happy New Year. And what else do we miss? Valentine's Day.
We missed it all.
And I guess Mr. Epple is taking an extra long weekend.
Extra long weekend.
Yes.
That guy. All right. Well, it's good to have you in. And we'll start off here with the housing market as well, Kris.
Yeah, and housing affordability not improving, Tammie. I'm probably not telling people anything that they don't already know. So we have seen housing prices come down, but at the same time, mortgage rates have gone up. So that means affordability is still an issue. Now, this report from ratehub.ca says in 9 of the 10 major cities it reviewed, Canadians need a higher annual income compared to January of 2022 to qualify for a mortgage for an average priced home. Victoria actually saw the largest increase in annual income required, even as home prices in BC fell last year. And then Hamilton, Tammie, was the only city looked at in this report to see affordability improve year over year.
That's interesting. Hamilton.
Yeah.
Okay, so right here in the GTA, surrounded by areas where affordability is just not improving at all. It's actually going down.
Yeah, and I mean, affordability, right? So there was an improvement in Hamilton, but it's still a concern.
It's still a concern. Also a concern, interest rates both here in Canada and the U.S.
Yeah, and really the interest rate chatter is picking up on both sides of the border. We heard from 2 members of the U.S. Federal Reserve yesterday suggesting that maybe another half-point hike could be in play. While on this side of the border, our Bank of Canada governor did say that he will hike interest rates again if needed. So Tiff Macklem spoke to the House of Commons Finance Committee, explaining the economy is still overheated and the labor market is too tight. Now, both in Canada and the U.S., we have seen 8 interest rate hikes since March of last year. All of this in an effort to cool inflation. And we are seeing inflation come down. It's frankly just not happening fast enough, so there could be more hikes coming. We are going to get the latest inflation data in Canada for January on Tuesday. The last reading came in at 6.3% for December. It looks like our inflation peaked at 8.1% last June. But again, cooling, not fast enough.
Right, exactly. And Rogers Shaw, that deal that's been ongoing right now, the actual merger deadline again is today.
Yes, and this is the deadline for the deal to close. It was a date picked by Rogers and Shaw. This deal has been talked about now for almost 2 years, Tammie. There have been a lot of legal wranglings, a lot of discussion, competition, tribunal hearings and such. And the deadline's already been postponed several times. But of course, the final decision on this proposed $26 billion merger rests with Industry Minister François-Philippe Champagne, who said earlier this week that he is not bound by any date that the parties decide on. He will make his decision in time and place. Rogers, of course, is the parent company of CityNews and CityNews 680.
All right, Kris, I hope you get a long weekend. It's not extra, but
no,
it's a long weekend.
3 days is good.
I'm good with it, too.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks very much, Kris. We'll chat with you soon.
Yeah,
Enjoy
take care.
The weekend.